What a piece of shit he is. That Dr. Bud. How could he ever? And then he says that he just did it. He just said those words and people are believing him. No, he didn't just say it. He meant what he said. Probably hit that innocent dog. Look at this. My baby's not doing well. And to think that he could say he beat the shit out of a dog and people are going to go in his room. Just fucking sickening. Anybody that could hit an animal shows you what kind of person they are. It's okay. I'd do anything for my dog to be better. She got diagnosed with cancer. Fuck you, Dr. Bud. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Let me see if I can see you guys. Hold on. Did you see what he did, Dr. Bud? Go look at one of the things in one of the videos that he says he beat the fuck out of his dog because the dog crapped and peed on the porch or something. And then, I don't know, it's all, if I get up, I could get my other phone, but I can't get up right now. And then he comes on a scope and says, oh, I just said that to troll you people. He didn't say it to troll people. He meant it. He meant it. Right? Piece of shit. I'm trying to think where you could listen to it. It's all over Scope. Steven, what's going on with you, Steven? I've been crying for days, so don't mind the way I look. It's terrible. Let me see. Should I get up and go get it? A lot of people seen it. You got to go see. He kept it up too. He actually kept it up. So you know what? Maybe I'll go upstairs. If he didn't block me, he muted me in one of the comments because I said bullshit, and he didn't like that I said bullshit. He's saying he did it just to fuck with people. No, he didn't do it just to fuck with people. Here comes Steven. Steven. Come on. Steven, send it again. We got to talk anyway, Steven. What's happening, Steven?
Nothing much. It's a hectic day today, but I'm hanging in there, trying to make the best of it. How about you?
I'm trying to make the best of it myself, but I heard some quite disturbing statements that you made, Steven.
Yeah, I know. I was, it was out of anger. I'm sorry. No.
I said to myself, people said you've said that in the past, and I don't think I've ever heard you say that in the past. And then hearing it actually, Steven, it took me by surprise, and it's not good, Steven.
I know. I mean, I have history, but you know what? I just gotta probably take time off, but just not come on that much,
Well, I think that's a great idea. Take a break from it. Take, a little time away. Get your thoughts together.
Yeah.
You're very impulsive. And I said, yes, he said it. Do I believe he meant it? I don't believe you mean it when you say it. I don't believe you mean it. No. I think you say it out of anger.
I mean, there are people on this app that say things that are worse than me.
And there are people. There's people that say, "Go kill yourself. Go do this."
Yeah. They ask me questions about my mother. Ask me if my mother's dead. What the fuck is your problem?
Well, that's not right either. That's not. But
exactly, we can't because they're fucked up too.
But we can't worry about other people. We have to worry about you. We have to worry about you and what your role is.
I mean, so what? If you got problems, why you gotta come on the app and take it out on other people for?
Oh, sorry, I just muted somebody by accident. No, you're right when you say there's people that say a lot worse things. Yes, you are right.
Exactly. I'm not that bad, And then they talk about other things like, or let's blame his parents. Let's point the finger at his parents. Well, what about the way your parents raised them?
But Stephen, you should have never said that about her mother and about her getting raped. That was absolutely awful, Stephen.
I wish you were on Snapchat so we could talk private.
See, and I won't talk private because I don't want. And this Tina Piazza, she talks to you privately.
Yeah.
And, Lulu, look what happens when people talk to you privately. It makes you think maybe other things. And, as much as I want to help you and guide you, I can't do it privately. I have to do it publicly.
Yeah.
And this is for your benefit. This is for your benefit, Stephen, not for mine. I'm a grown. Even when my number one wants to, say she's gonna private you and this, that, the other thing, then you develop feelings for people and you feel, certain things will happen, and then you'll be back in the same situation. I don't want to see you in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't need to talk private, but you know what? I believe that I just don't know what went wrong. I don't know what went wrong with the friendship. I believe maybe me and her should have never even been friends,
You and Lulu be.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't even have been friends,
Right, but now it's over, and now it's time that you totally ignore her, Stephen. You totally ignore her, and you know why? You said your apology. Hopefully, there's people that are not going to forgive you. There's people that are going to hold this against you forever. But you have to learn from this. You have to try to control your impulses.
I mean, okay, I went to therapy. Okay, I went to therapy, right? Right. There was even chaos in Don Lotzko yesterday, right? And I said, yeah, she led me on, right? She led me on, right? Yeah, I know, Joey. Right. I said, yeah, she leads me on, and I got to go back to therapy. Okay, how did that make sense?
Well, you know what? Therapy may be good. It may help you to talk about your feelings and how you develop these feelings for people that you never met, and it's causing you problems, Stephen.
I mean, yeah, she gave me her number. I never begged her to give me her number. She gave me her number,
Right. And I say any woman on here that gives you their number, especially when they don't want it to go anywhere and it's just to be friends, they know that what could happen and what could develop and what it will do to your mind. You may take it to a different level, even though their intention is just to be friends with you. They shouldn't be doing that to you.
Because you have expressed your feelings about her, right? What have you said?
About who? Lulu B?
Yeah.
I think it was right. I don't think Tina Piazza giving you her number is right. I think they're both wrong.
Yeah. I mean, if
it's a guy that wants to inbox you and wants to guide you and everything else, you know what? I agree with somebody like that doing it. But when it's these women, you develop feelings for them, and you get possessive, you get a little jealous, you don't want them in other people's scopes, and it causes you a lot of aggravation. And then what happens is you can't handle it, and then you snap, and then you say things that you don't mean, like you did this morning.
Yeah,
I don't believe you meant to say that. I don't.
No, I didn't mean it. It was just out of anger. That's all. I didn't.
But it was very hurtful, and it was very wrong. And to avoid that, the women on here should not be giving you their personal numbers and having you box them and this and that,
or having you spank a tree or whatever,
or having you spank a tree. Exactly, stuff
but
like that.
She did say in that scope that she's not a normal person, and even Mega Heather heard her say it.
Well, apparently she doesn't have it all there, because she was crying on the thing, and then she was talking about, like, somebody said that she was like suicidal or stuff like that.
Well, yeah. Everybody talks about her history. She does have history.
Apparently she has some issues, but that would be like a terrible combination. Two people that have issues getting together. You know what I mean?
Because here we were friends, right? We were friends. All of a sudden, it went downhill, and it had to be with her illness, that caused it to go downhill. Because, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, she did this, she did that. I mean, and then all of a sudden, the question was asked me: do you think she's leading you on? And people were saying to me, she's leading you on. She's leading you on. She's manipulating you because she's like lonely. she couldn't even
But-
appreciate that she had a
But
friend.
did you think she was leading you on?
I never believed any of that. I never. Other people have said it, but I never believed it.
But Stephen, you were privately chatting with her, and she was saying flirtatious things, wasn't she?
We talked, but she never sent me any pictures.
I'm not saying she sent you pictures. Was she flirting with you privately? Was she saying things about a tree? Was she doing things to make your mind think other things?
She wasn't saying anything privately, but did one thing she did. Oh yeah, did one thing she did private. Yes, did one thing she did private that she actually did live, and that's have her dog call me daddy.
Right, and she's doing that to you privately is not good for your head. It makes you feel like there's something more. You're the doggy daddy. It's flirtatious. Listen,
Yeah, you see, look, somebody else is
from
saying
a woman knows another woman. She should have known better to do that to you. In my opinion, she was wrong. Okay, but that's history, and now you let it go. And what you did today was totally wrong. And you definitely owe her apology. And the best thing you could do to show that your apology is sincere is to not mention her name anymore now.
Oh, yeah, well, I went live today, and I said sorry for my actions, I mean, she decided that would do things to get, she likes to flirt with other men. She likes to flirt with other men,
Right, and and that's her right to do that, and that's her right to do that. But you know what? Somebody like you that falls very easily and gets attached very easily, she should have known better not to do that. And that's why I'm saying Tina Piazza, Julie, and all these people that want to private you and want to talk to you privately, they're doing the same thing, and they're going to wind up in the same position where Steven's going to be saying bad things about them.
But but with Tina Piazza, that's a different story. Tina Piazza is different. Piazza is
what
different.
Makes her different? What makes her different?
Listen.
Okay.
Tina Piazza is different than Fly Girl and Lulubi. Tina Piazza has a different personality than them, because they said the same thing about Fly Girl leading me on, and they said the same thing about Lulubi. And Tina Piazza is different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you find Tina Piazza attractive?
She's pretty. She's pretty.
Okay, would you ever date her?
Maybe I would.
Okay.
But do I have to answer that question?
Well, do you think talking to her privately is going to make you think that there's possibly more than just friends?
We're only friends, We're only friends, and that's just the thing. We're only friends, So that's
right.
Just the
but
thing.
The expectations could be that it could be more than friends one day. No,
yeah, exactly. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's just.
That's why she shouldn't be doing it.
Point. They say the same thing about Fly Girl, but Fly Girl's a different story. Even when I was like defending this Danielle, okay, that was different. All I was doing was defending her. That Danielle has a boyfriend, but that was different. That was chapter 1. Fly Girl was chapter 2. Lulu was chapter 3.
Yeah, but you know what? And like I said, out of respect for Fly Girl, once she got you got her number, she blocked you. She did not want to lead you on. And maybe she led you on public scopes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think when women are privately talking to you behind the scenes, whatever they're talking to you about, they're giving you something in your head to think that it's going to be more than what it is.
And I believe, and I say to myself, what went wrong with the friendship with Lulu? What went wrong? Maybe her mistake was her giving me her number. Maybe she made some mistakes. Maybe she was wrong for the things that she was doing, which I would probably say so.
Right.
Maybe
like be in the private scope with you. They know you're the doggy's daddy, and of course it's gonna mess with your hand. But you know what? We can't go back to the past. We have to start from today. So what you have to do is now you learn from this and you move on.
But what? Okay, and I am. I'm gonna move the fuck on. But what's your thoughts on Lulubi? And that's it. What's your final thoughts? Say it.
My thoughts on Lulubi was from when I said in the beginning that she was leading you on and that this was going to turn out ugly. I said that from the day one when I seen the scope when she was flirtatious with you on screen laying down like this. Look, this is what she was doing in front of everybody. I'll show you. Let me see.
Okay, let's see it.
See if I can get on my floor. You're the doggy's daddy. Oh, is that the doggy's daddy? Hi, doggy
Ooh.
daddy. Are you the doggy's daddy? Steven? Oh, Steven. Hi, Steven.
He is
Doggy's
beautiful.
daddy. I. Oh, Steven.
You're good. Do you want me to go spank a tree now? You ready?
No,
Okay, let's pretend I'm spanking a tree. You ready? On the count of three.
no,
One,
I want you
two.
to spank yourself and say you're a bad boy and you're not going to behave like this anymore. Because you know what, Stephen? A
Oh,
lot
hey,
of people,
LaBeouf.
listen, a lot of people on this app care about you. They
Yeah, I know,
don't
I
want,
know.
and I don't want anybody calling your parents. That is not the right thing to do. Threatening a grown man to call
Yeah,
his parents and blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
You
You
know,
ready? Okay, you
right.
ready? Okay, hold on. Let me get something. Okay, hold on. I'll be right there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
He'll be back. So in the meantime, here we are. What I want him to understand, and everybody should understand too. Yes, right now what he said, people think they can make police reports, and that's it. No, people have a freedom of speech. She can make an report. They'll file it away.
Okay, you ready for this? Okay, Daisy, you ready for this?
What?
I got something from the kitchen. You hear this? You hear that? Okay.
That's not
You hear
fudging.
that? Yeah, right. You hear that, right?
What was it?
It's a fucking it's a thing from the kitchen. I don't know what it is, but it's like a paddle or a spoon. Ready? Now you
Yeah.
hear this? You hear this? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you want us to play a game like pretend something? Pretend we're in the kitchen cooking. You ready? On the count of three. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready to fucking do this? Are you ready?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Have you been bad, Daisy?
Have I been bad? Oh, so
Yeah.
you're trying to set me up?
No, no,
And
no,
I'm
no, no. Let's pretend.
No, I don't play that pretend game. See, that's the difference.
Oh, you don't want to pretend, huh?
No,
Oh
because
man.
I don't play that because the next thing you'll be doing is visualizing that I was a bad girl and you're
No,
gonna
no, no, no. I'm just saying.
spank me, right?
Yeah.
Steven, I'm not
Just
that
having fun, Joey.
stupid. I'm not that stupid, Steven.
See, you don't do shit like that. That's good.
Right, because I know a little bit better. But let's get back to what somebody just said something about freedom of speech isn't death and rape on a female. Well, I'm sorry, but you know what? It's harassment and it gets filed away and nothing happens. You could say, I want to do this. That is not a crime. Okay? It's a
Yeah.
violation. In New York, that would be filed as harassment. It's a harassing statement. Do I agree with it?
Well, Daisy, I
Absolutely
gotta
not.
go now. I gotta go. Okay.
Well, Stephen, it was great to talk to you.
It was
And
talking to you,
listen,
but
I
yeah,
want you to behave. Listen,
yeah, well,
take some time off, get yourself together, and
yeah.
don't listen. Try to take a deep breath when you want to be impulsive. See if you can
Oh yeah,
control
yeah, yeah. Because
yourself.
Tina Piazza said, if you ever go angry live, call her first. You know?
Tina Piazza. Okay.
Yeah, she said, yeah, call her first before you go angry live. You know?
Well, that's my baby. Look, he's not
But can
doing
I
well.
ask you a question, Daisy? I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Would you ever cut wind in a guy's face? If you don't mind.
Stephen, you just don't stop, do you? You don't stop. My baby's sick. My baby got diagnosed with cancer.
Listen, I'm gonna go now. Okay.
All right, you
Bye.
go. And you're not the baby daddy.
But I
Just
did. I do apologize, and I am sorry.
good boy. All right,
Take care,
folks.
Daisy.
All right, everybody. Where are we at now? Should we move on? My baby. I hope he learns. I hope he learns. The only thing you could do is bring the horse to the water. You can't make him drink it. You can't make him drink it. You could try and guide them, but people are going to do and say what they want to say. So I'm sorry I couldn't see some of your comments, but let's go back to Dr. Bud, that was disgusting what you did. And then to come out and say that you did it to troll people and to get a reaction out of people. Nobody believes that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You called your dog a motherfucker when you were on Don Laud's asshole. You don't say that to your dog. I mean, you just don't do it. So, all right, folks. I will talk to you later. I spending some time with my baby. And I'll see you guys on the Perry Streets. Right? Right. I think about that, him hitting the dog, and look at my poor baby suffering. You're a monster, Dr. Bud.